Active cage side is Matt Waller. His judges, CJ Cogleiser, John Marigliano, and Jack May are also active cage side, and your refs locked inside of the cage will be Brett Walters and Brent McKeon. Ladies and gentlemen of the NFC, are you ready for war? Oh, Atlanta, Georgia, we've been here a while, and we know you've got more than that. I ask you again, are you ready for war? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, this amateur Muay Thai battle is set for 3 2-minute rounds in the NFC middleweight division. Introducing first, making his way out of the blue corner. Tonight, he steps into the cage at a height of 6 feet 2 inches tall, having weighed in at 185 pounds. He trains with SBG Atlanta, and he fights out of Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Thompson, Georgia. Please welcome to the cage, this is Roshod Berry.
And with that, NFC 178 has kicked off. We're going to sound and pound you all the way through as we come to you from live at the Battery here in Smyrna, Georgia. Here to call the action, myself, Jim Shepard, and NFC OG professional fighter, Zach Cooper.
Hey, what's up? We are here. Like Jim said, he's going to give you the sound. I'm going to give you the pound. Sometimes I may give you the sound. He'll give you the pound. But we're starting off tonight. Amateur Muay Thai in 10-ounce gloves. Jim, give us a little rundown of what we're going to be looking at here.
For those not familiar with the wonderful, wonderful martial art that is Muay Thai, it is basically all your favorite parts of MMA where they bludgeon each other with their fists and their knees and their shins without the grappling. At the amateur level, there are no elbows. 2-minute rounds instead of 3. 8-count knockdown.
And now please welcome his opponent, making his way out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight, making his Muay Thai debut. Stepping into the cage at 5 feet 11 inches tall and having weighed in at 180.8 pounds. He trains with Black Orchid Martial Arts and Boxing, and he fights out of Atlanta, Georgia by way of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Please welcome CJ Holder Jr.
Our first bout of the evening, a pair of debut fighters, Roshod Berry, Cedric Holder, throwing down in Muay Thai 3 2-minute rounds. And Zach, you know what we can expect with a pair of debut fighters? Who the hell knows?
Coming into the cage.
Head on with that cobra. Now that boy slumped over. They do it all for soul. Son, you boys ain't making no noise. Y'all don't want my grown boys. Yo, clip full of bro boys. God, y'all so
Black Orchid down there in Columbus, Georgia, under Joseph Greer, who's been around forever. True OG of Georgia mixed martial arts and kickboxing. Taking on Roshod Berry out of Great Black Gym in their Druid Hills location. Both fighters 0-0 making their debut, which means could be a little tentative, or they could just light into each other right off the rip. We'll find out in the first 10 seconds.
Don't think that I'm playing, boy. No, we don't use hands, boy.
Man's action-packed evening, 17 bouts tonight, 14 MMA, 3 Muay Thai, and 3 professional bouts to round out the evening. One title fight was 2, which will explain shortly. Not to mention the MMA debut of Tony
this fight will be Brent McKeon.
Here we go. First bout of the evening. That's Muay Thai. 3 2-minute rounds. Cedric Holder, we'll call him the shorter gentleman in the green shorts. Roshod Berry, taller gentleman. Brent McKeon, the guy in the middle.
Here we go. Big spinning attack right off the rip into a flurry. Roshod just kind of eating it, keeping his feet planted.
Well, I guess we know what kind of fight we're going to get.
A frantic one right off the rip. We'll see how they can hold this pace here. 2-minute rounds are quite short. Oh, wow. He is... Cedric is just giving him volume non-stop and is kind of freezing up Roshod a little bit. But in these types of circumstances, oftentimes the guy who's more technical will prevail later on in the fight. The guy who's throwing all the volume just frantically will gas out and start to get picked apart. So that's just on Roshod. If he can, ooh, big shot off the break. If he can weather the early storm and he has the technique behind it, we may see him picking up Cedric later on in the fight.
A little shuffle there by Cedric. Roshod just said, punch you in the face. Yeah, it's absolutely right. These amateur, it's a big knee by Roshod. These amateur bouts, oftentimes the person who can push the pace is going to win. But the key is you got to do that for 3 rounds. So as Zach pointed out, just because you come out hot doesn't mean you're going to be able to maintain that through 2 and 3. There you see the range of Roshod Berry. And he likes that head kick. I've trained with Roshod. He's got great flexibility, and he can throw that head kick up out of nowhere. Short time here.
Got him. I don't know if it was a full sweep, but
it might have won him the round. So for Muay Thai, scoring a little bit different. There is a hierarchy in Muay Thai. It's not just about forward pressure and strikes thrown / landed. When you're scoring Muay Thai, kicks, for example, will be scored more favorably than punches. A sweep, if you can knock someone off the ground, a clean sweep is heavily rewarded on the points. So don't be fooled into thinking that a more aggressive fighter or someone who's maybe landing a lot of punches will get a decision over a fighter who's landing clean kicks, sweeps. Defense also scored if you can check a kick, if you can catch a kick, if you catch and sweep. I mean, you're talking big points. So a little bit different here. It favors more of technique versus somebody that just puts their chin down and walks straight forward for 2 minutes. We'll see how these guys can come out in round number 2. That jump from round 1 to 2 and your debut fight can be quite daunting.
yeah, when the adrenaline wears off after such a frantic pace, sometimes it could take a huge toll on the guy. Or we could see the next 20 seconds be just as frantic as the first round.
Yeah, it looks like by the posture it will be. There we go.
Roshod staying long here.
Well, he's falling into those punches.
Yeah.
He's going to need to be careful.
He is, yeah, like you said, falling in. He was staying long for the first couple, but then would kind of not recognize the distance. And I think that's the biggest thing as we see a sweep attempt is distance recognition at the amateur level. Is once you see the higher level pros go, it's a lot slower pace because they realize if you step into that danger zone, you're going to get hit. It's about controlling the distance, not just where you are on the cage.
You see it when two guys are running on adrenaline. They fall into each other. You see the hips don't necessarily turn over. Everything just becomes frantic and fast. Roshod Berry really doing a good job. He's controlling this clinch, landing some very clean knees. And again, no elbows at the amateur level, so you'll see a lot of fighters will just use their arms to block shots. Overhand from Decatur, Georgia.
Cedric just spamming the ones, twos, and hooks, but he is gassed.
Well, and as the shorter fighter, throwing nothing but loopy punches is typically not going to be a recipe for success. Your longest punches are straight down the middle. And Cedric's American Gladiator's headgear moving around on him.
Nice shot there.
Clean check followed by a nice two-piece. Ooh, and no knees to the head either because Roshod had to restrain himself on that one.
Yeah, he's getting some solid knees off to the body. But I think he would have a lot more success just staying on the outside with the straights and just picking up Cedric apart.
Woo, goodness.
Oh, wow. There goes the headgear. Timeout on the play.
With 1 second left. My guess is Roshod feels confident in his conditioning, and he senses that he's outpacing Cedric. Cedric bend over, taking those deep breaths.
He certainly seems to be taking over in the fight thus far with only 1 round remaining.
Cedric came out hot, and as you pointed out with your sage wisdom, it ran that gas tank out. It's like a video game. You can hold turbo down for about 5 seconds, and then that bar runs empty.
The energy meter drops low.
The skilled players know how to distribute the turbo. The new guy tends to just hit it right from the rip. Well, we'll resume for what will be 1 second of action here. But I'm sure both these guys appreciate the breather. And there you go. Fans, we appreciate you joining in here on NFCfighting.com. You couldn't join us tonight. Catch us at our next show as we head back to what is now my favorite NFC venue, FaZe Events in Alpharetta. We'll be taking over FaZe on Friday, August 22nd. Tickets are available right now on the website you are on. Come by pre-drink at Zach Cooper's house. He lives about 5 minutes away before we kick off at 7 p.m. Again, that's Friday, August 22nd. Absolutely beautiful venue, very plush. It's why it's my new favorite. And based off just proximity to your house, Zach, I would assume it's yours as well.
Yeah, we can fit like 4 people in my house, so that's about how many will be able to come over. RSVP at Jim at SPGAtlanta.com.
It's not that Zach has a small home. It's just he and his wife have 37 cats.
We do.
There's not a lot of room to spare.
And more will be coming soon, I'd imagine.
Well, I look forward to those RSVPs. Final round. And we'll see if Cedric Holder can grit another 2 minutes out. You saw him in between, taking those big breaths. And you know that Coach Min Kim in Rashad's corner, you know what he told him? Stay long.
Big shot. His strap came loose. He also had a good body shot just before Yeah, he's doing a great job minding his distance. I think Coach Min probably told him that in the corner. Keep this fight on the outside. You're going to pick him apart.
And I'd imagine Roshod is settling in. He probably feels a little more confident after that second round. You know, I can stay outside, use my reach. He's more tired now. And when you're the shorter guy and you're tired, closing distance becomes incredibly difficult. Thanks, Jim. I hope I guess that'd be great. I'll just forward him to you.
Big 1-2, kind of stuns him. But Cedric, a tough fighter, comes right back. Man, if Roshod just stepped back and hit him with a 1-2, but he's controlling him. That's the tough part about the clinch is you're going to give this guy breaks because the headgear is going to keep falling off.
Cedric, it should be pointed out, he's not wearing the appropriate headgear. That is like Taekwondo sparring headgear. Not supposed to wear that. Maybe for fencing. But you see like Roshod Berry when the camera's on him with the open-faced, tighter kickboxing headgear.
Yeah, I'm not sure who approved that.
You know what would fix all of that? Stop having them wear the headgear. It's pointless.
Yeah.
It's dumb. The shin guards, I'm all for it. You don't want to get your kick checked your first 10 seconds of your fight career and break your leg, but the headgear is not helping you. It's just a pain in the ass. Look at this. Well, I won't be invited back to any more athletic commission meetings. Here we go. Brent McKeon ready to kick it off. We got 1 minute remaining. Roshod Berry versus Cedric's headgear. This is where Roshod shines. When he uses his distance, he's very elusive, very fast for a big guy. This is what you got to do. Make the shorter guy have to work to get in. Now you see that lead leg coming up. That's one more obstacle to deal with. And, man, the knees are just crushing Cedric here.
Again with the headgear. If I'm in, I'm telling him just to pick him apart from the outside. You're giving this guy too many breaks when he can just...
Here we go. And promoter David Oblis saying enough of this nonsense. Official NFC headgear, which you'll see at our upcoming Southeast Kickboxing Tournament on September 13th. Oh, I will tell you all about that after this bout.
What a plug. Good plug there.
Oh, what an event that is. Already 150 registrations. Here we go. We're going to give it another shot. 30 seconds.
The Muay Thai stance of Cedric.
Which will only make it more difficult to close that space.
Oh, big head kick there.
Yeah, Cedric's obviously got some footwork. Just got to. It's tough to use it when you're huffing and puffing.
10 seconds here in the final frame. Roshod looking for that big highlight reel.
There you go. First bout in the books. Cedric Holder, Roshod Berry go the distance. 6 minutes of fighting, 3 minutes of readjusting headgear, and we will get the scorecards. The Southeast Kickboxing Tournament. So I talked to my pal and boss, David Oblis, and said, you know what? We need a good kickboxing tournament here in Atlanta. You haven't run one in 7 years. I think it's time to bring it back. And here we sit. We're still almost 8 weeks out. Is that right? And we already have 150 combatants. So if you would like to participate in an amateur kickboxing tournament, even if you're 0-0, register now. It's on this website, the Southeast Kickboxing Tournament, September 13th. There's a division for fighters with less than 3 fights and another for fighters with more, both men, women, and kids. Join us Monday Night Brewing, September 13th, a full day of kickboxing action. There you see Roshod in his corner, Shane Conyers, Min Kim, Will Taylor. Scorecards are in. Let's take it over to Lance.
Ladies and gentlemen, following 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecard. Your judges' scores are as follows. Coglizer sees it 29-28. Merigliano 30-27. May 30-27. All in favor of and by unanimous decision, your winner out of the blue corner, Roshod Berry.